Alright guys, quick video here on how to replace the compression spring on a tech fork on a Gasgas trials bike. I have a TXT Racing 250 and I have the tech forks. From the rider's perspective, it is the left fork. First thing you want to do is release, count how many clicks you have already set on your compression setting here, and then back it all the way out to relieve any pressure on the internals. I take my handlebars and release them and roll them out of the way. Gives you maximum working room here because we're going to pull that spring out the top. Take your top triple clamp with an 8mm and loosen the bolt. I've already done that. Take a standard 17mm boxed end wrench. This is a very soft alloy cap, so use caution. Get it on there. I've already loosened mine. If this cap is not coming loose, most likely you forgot to remove this, or excuse me, loosen this triple clamp. Do that 8mm bolt, get it nice and loose, and this thing, get a 17mm, get it on there, and it should just start spinning freely with a little bit of push initially, and then it's going to spin very freely. Okay, I'll put the wrench down here. Let's get up on this with our hand. Don't worry, there is not going to be any compression on the fork here. It's not going to come flying out like on some of the dirt bikes. Okay, so we got a cap. I'm going to switch sides here. Got a cap. We're going to set that down in the manner in which it goes in. So down. Got a couple pieces you're going to remove. The first one being I'll call that a spacer. Let's put it down in the manner in which we're going to return it. There's two more pieces. You have a larger metal ring spacer here that goes next, and then essentially a flat washer that's going to be the top portion of the spring. I am not changing my oil today. I'm simply replacing a spring, and that's the intent of this video. Just reach your finger down there and pull that spring out. There you go. Good time to change your oil, of course. To do that, you might want to remove the entire fork or change the oil via the bottom screw. A couple ways to get it done. This is just about how to change the spring. Okay, take the new spring and we're going to put the new spring in, and then in reverse order, we're going to put the flat washer. I like to put my finger on the inside so it can't come loose. Press it against the wall, lay it flat like that. Next piece, the larger spacer. Again, keep some pressure on the side of it to get it in nice and square, nice and flush in there. There we go. And then the cap with the skinny end up goes in place. And that's what we're looking at. Next, we're going to take the fork cap and simply screw it back on. Pay attention to how dirty it is. Make sure that O-ring is lubricated. Make sure you don't have any debris on the inside. Again, good time to change your fork oil. I've already done that. I'm just changing springs because I'm trying to get a little stiffer suspension. I'm not aware of a torque setting on this. Check your manual if you think there is one, but it should just be essentially wrench tightened. And again, this is a very soft alloy here, and I have damage from previous openings here. So you want to get that in nice and tight. You want to clamp. So we still have, let's talk about clamping it down. We still have our bottom clamps at the factory torque right here. So this is the only one that's loose. So now we can get the wrench on here. We can tighten this down. Again, just hand tighten only. And then we're going to retighten this triple clamp. And it's kind of a dual process. When this triple clamp is tightened here, it will also put pressure on this cap. Therefore, it doesn't need to be torqued. It just needs to be tight. This triple clamp will help hold that cap in place. Next, we're going to reassemble our handlebars, get them set up the way you like them. And then just, of course, check all your torque settings on your fork. In my case, my tire is off. I'll have to get my tire back on. But real simple procedure. People talk about a special tool because of these holes right here. That's just not the case. Get a 17mm wrench, get that cap off, get that new spring in, and then don't forget, ride it for an hour or so, and then get your sag set up correctly. I'm doing a rear spring and a front spring, so I'll have to put about an hour on it, get it nice and flexible and worked in, and then I'll check my rider sag. All right.